with the wonderful Eric Roberts.
Wrong name tag.
Yeah, he's got the wrong name tag on. That's not very good. Thanks heaps for talking to us.
Sure.
We really appreciate you taking the time.
So much fun being here, pal.
Yeah, you might hold that up.
So much fun being here.
We'll get straight into it. So, how do you find voicing characters in like the Justice League to working live action?
It's so much fun because there's no pressure, because you don't have to look like anything. You can show up unshaved, half dressed in your sweat clothes, and it's just fun. It's a blast.
And when you're working, well, actually, with the music video Killers, how did that come about? How did that come about being in that video?
Sophie Mueller, the director of that, was a fan, I guess, and she called and said, would I be in her video? And my knee-jerk response was no. And then all my kids called me, Dad, what are you doing? You have to do this video. Okay, so I called her back and I said, is it too late? And she said, no, come on. So I did. And I fell in love with the Killers. They're a great bunch of guys. And had a great time. And that video went number one. So then I got the Mariah Carey video and the Akon video, and those are number one. So I'm the number one guy. Who knew?
Must just be something about your personality and what you bring. Talking about Expendables though, working with such big personalities within that film, and there's big personalities, what was that like working with all them?
It was like boys camp every day. It was so much fun. And Dolph and I are very close. We had a great time together. And it was just a great group of guys, you know. Everybody was fun. Everybody had fun. And Sly Stallone is a great leader. He's a great writer, and he's a fun director.
So we were at your panel last night. We filmed some of it, so a little chunk of it will be on the net over next week. And you said that you love horses. What is it about horses and why you're passionate about them?
Well, my grandfather raised Lieutenants walking horses. So I was always around horses growing up. So I learned how to ride and how to break horses very young. So then I always had Appaloosas. And then just a quick story, I have these two white Arab horses now that I got from Wayne Newton. And he like gave me this horse pregnant. So I now have these two beautiful white horses. And I just love horses.
So in your downtime, that's what you do?
That's what I do. Yeah.
Fantastic. What's the strangest country you've been in, and why were you there?
That would be a place called Malta. The worst food and the hottest weather I have ever encountered in my life.
And speaking of random countries, have you ever been any sort of volcanic eruptions or anything where you've been before?
No, but they fascinate me because I just learned what's our national park in the States right in the middle of our country? What's that called? That great big park where they have Old Faithful keeps popping up.
Is it Yosemite?
No, it's not. What?
Yellowstone?
Yellowstone. I just learned that that's a volcano.
Yeah.
And it would make sense with all the Old Faithful stuff, but I'm told when and if, but it's a when. You know, that erupts. It might be 100 years or 500 years, or next Tuesday. But I'm told the whole middle of the U.S. will be ruined for like 30 years or something. It's a big deal, volcanoes. So they fascinate me. You know, the danger.
Now, going from volcanoes to something a little bit more different is ventriloquism. Now, do you think that should get more respect than it actually does?
It's an odd question. It's not anything I've ever thought about, but it's a very hard skill to do well. I respect it, so sure, yeah.
Flipping over the page. We've got a Batman question. How does Christopher Nolan working with actors, how does he direct actors in like a large-scale production like Batman?
Chris Nolan knows exactly what he wants and why he wants it and where he wants it. And he tells you, and you do it. Simple as that.
And you've played an incredible character on that movie as well.
Thank you so much, pal.
And just to finish off, do you think the Mayans are correct and it is the end of the world this year?
It was just the end of their calendar.
Just the end of the calendar.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, thanks very much for talking to us, Eric.
It's been a blast being in Perth. Thank you, guys.
Enjoy the rest of your time.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Cheers.